Hello beautiful people, this is Siren and welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Thoth decks comparison video. Now I know that there are actually plenty of them on the internet already, however, I actually have the newest edition of the Thoth, which is this lovely green box baby. Now I did not get it on purpose, I mean, yeah, sure, I did get the deck on purpose. However, I did not know it was the latest edition until the deck arrived. I only learned about that when once I got the deck. And I think, now this might be just my impression, but I think the internet isn't so flooded with comparison of this particular one with other Thoth editions. So yeah, either way, I have never actually looked at these two together. I have never really compared them and look at them side by side. So I thought about doing that and taking you alongside with me because I don't know, it might be fun just looking at cards, because I do like looking at cards, and I believe that if you are here watching this video and subscribe to my channel, you probably do like looking at cards as well. So let's look at cards together. Okay, so without further ado, make yourself comfortable, grab yourself something delicious to drink, and let's get into the video. Yay! Alright, so first things first, let's just take a quick look at the boxes. So, as I mentioned in the intro, this is the latest edition of the Thoth Tarot. So it's the regularly, I hate this word, available Thoth Tarot deck. As I said, I believe printed in 2023. You can get it pretty much anywhere, is mass market. It's printed by US games system, and yeah, you can get it for a very reasonable price. It's nothing too special, you know, even though this one is special to me because this is my first Thoth deck, as I mentioned in one of my videos. So yeah, it's a regular tag box, is this called, I believe. So it opens like this. I took the cards out by the way. These boxes, I'm not much fan of them, to be honest, because look at it, it already looks pretty damaged, and I promise I'm not damaging it on purpose, I'm actually taking care of it. But anyway, never mind. And here is the box of the of my vintage Thoth Tarot, or lovingly called Greenie. Now this is the 1983 edition, also printed by US games systems. Yeah, I literally got oh my gosh, okay, I literally got a little bit hesitant there, but yeah. So yeah, this is my vintage deck. Now if you haven't seen my video about how I got this deck, I'm going to link it up here, and you can go ahead and check it out later after watching this video. So also, it's also a tag box. It also looks a little bit wary, and now, okay, this deck is actually, as I mentioned, vintage, so someone was reading with it before me. So yeah, it is a little bit more wary, but as you can see, this one is much newer, but this box quality, not the best. Okay, so with that being said, these would be the boxes. Now let's take a quick look at the guidebooks. So let's just take the boxes away for a moment. Actually, I have no idea why I said for a moment. We are not going to be looking at the boxes anymore. Anyway, so this is the guidebook for the 23 Thoth. So it's just a little white book. It's got a lot of information in the beginning, actually, about a lot of stuff. Then it goes into, yeah, then it goes into cards. And afterwards, hold on, in the back, I believe you have two spreads. One spread, yeah, there is a spread, and that's it. And in this little guidebook from 83 Thoth, there is actually, funnily enough, oh, there is a tree of life. There is actually a little less information in the beginning. Okay, no, there is not. There is still a lot of information. Sorry. There is this spread, and then it goes, yeah, then it goes into the cards. And interestingly enough, there is a, I was gonna say something. Okay, hold on. There are the cards, more card meanings. There is this yeah, here it is, sorry. The last 2 pages are for notes, which is kind of funny, like who would write there into a little white book? I mean, maybe you do that, I know, I don't. And I'm definitely not gonna be writing in this one since it's vintage, but anyway, I don't even really use these little white books because when I read with Thoth, I usually use the Book of Thoth. But it's kind of handy if you like quickly need to see, like, for example, which card is, you know, aligned with which sphere in the Tree of Life or something like that, so they can be handy for that. Okay, enough of the guidebooks and let's get into the cards. Okay, so this is actually going to be quite funny to record because these cards are huge. Okay, like, look, this is my hand and this is like, these are the cards, right? Now, I cannot really put my camera any higher than it is right now, and its frame is also like really zoomed in for my liking sometimes. So we are gonna do our best here. Actually, I'm going to do my best, but you are here with me, so we are gonna do our best to go through them in the best way possible, and even though some cards might be like out of frame once I put them here, but anyway, too much rambling, but you know me. So we are going to start with the special cards, or at least I call them that. I don't know how they are actually called. So these are the Orbo Templi Orientis cards that come in both decks. Now they look different. This one, the vintage one, is just this. I'm gonna just do this. So you can, I don't know, check it out. If you want to read it, you can pause the video and read it. And the back is simply the normal back as the rest of the cards, actually. While this one has this weird stuff written on the back. I don't know. Actually, when I got this deck, the regular 2023 Thoth, the deck wouldn't come like at one piece. It was divided into 2 pieces, like both shrink wrapped, which was a little bit weird. Now, I don't know if the vintage deck would come like that as well, because again, I got it already opened, obviously. Someone was reading with it before, so I don't know if that was the thing, but it was the thing for this one. So anyway, Orbo Templi Orientis cards. Then we have the special card, which is different in each of these decks. So this is the famous Universal Hexagram card. Now, I really wanted to have this one, and as you can already see, it did not come with the 2023 Thoth, which was a little bit disappointing for me, but then later when I got the Greenie, I'm happy now that I own this card because, I don't know, just lovely. It's really special now, isn't it? So Universal Hexagram. And a special card in the 2023 Thoth is actually the photo card of Aleister Crowley and Lady Frida Harris on the back or on the top, I don't know. I tend to say that Crowley is on the top of the deck. No, okay, where is my mind going? You know, I'm sorry, but this is just because the card came like this when I first opened the deck. So these would be the special cards for both decks. Now, I would already start with the Fool. However, in the vintage deck, there is actually this blank card that also came in. So, yeah, I don't know what that is supposed to be for or mean, but there is a special blank card, so there is that. So now we are getting to the actual cards in the deck, but before we compare the Fool, I am going to quickly compare the backs. So, because there is actually a huge difference. So the vintage 83 version, as you can see, does not have borders on the back, while the newest edition does have this like mustardy border. I don't know which one do I prefer. I know that the people who got the edition previous to this one were kind of like bitching about this shape, the circular shape, not being really circle but more like an oval. And they preferred the Greenie, so vintage one, because the circles were perfect, both on the backs and in the actual deck. Now, in this 2023 edition, they fixed it, so you can see it's a perfect circle actually. Nothing wrong with it. It's not oval shaped or anything, and these borders, I don't know, I'm not a fan, but I don't mind them. I think they're both pretty. Now, this one is like a little bit wary, if you can see that. like the color did not actually like printed well, as opposed to this one. Like this is really clear colors, really vibrant colors, versus this one is not. And actually this is a pattern that we are going to be seeing throughout the entire deck, because if you just landed in this video and you are not familiar with the deck or its many editions, so the Thoth deck is made by Aleister Crowley and Lady Frida Harris, those people who I just showed you on the on the photo. And this deck has many different editions because it's really old. Now I don't remember exactly when was the first time it got printed. I used to know that, and for some reason it just escaped my brain right now. I'm going to write it down here. So ever since this year many editions have been printed, right? And this particular edition that was printed in 1983 is lovingly called Greenie because it's actually misprinted. So each and every card is like green, as you can see. The borders are green, and the entire card is like with this like green filter, you know. And it was a misprint, right? But since the deck is vintage and it's not in print anymore, I mean the Thoth deck is in print, but you can get this copy, but you cannot get the green new copy, if you know what I mean. These are just the misprints from 83 and I believe 78. Yeah, I'm not sure if after that there were some more green editions. Let me know down in the comment section, I'm not sure. I'm only aware about 78 and 83 editions. So, with all that being said, I know I talk too much, but I promise I'm going to go a little bit quicker. I'm not going to be speaking endlessly about each card, hopefully, fingers crossed. So let's look at the full. So here you can clearly see the major difference, obviously the Greenie being green, and this one is really, it's like white with these, you know, like gray lines, yeah. And the coloration of the card, obviously, is really different. Okay, let's make it a little bit quicker. So the Magician, or the Magus, as it's called in the Thoth deck, also very different coloration. Okay. Then we have the High Priestess. Also, I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the font, so the letters, it's a little bit different, isn't it? Or is it just me? Or is it just because one is on the white background and the other one is on the green background? I don't know. By the way, I really love this High Priestess because like the entire card is a little bit more like blue even. And I just love it because it goes into more like turquoise since it's green with blue. I love it. Turquoise is actually my favorite color, so yeah, there's that. Okay, I'm literally gonna be mad about these cards sliding because inner perfectionism, Jesus Christ. Okay, the Empress, same thing. Like I love the turquoise kind of a take that it took. The Emperor. Now, maybe a little bit unpopular opinion, but I do prefer this Emperor. Like, I love the red being more vibrant, more bloody, you know, as opposed to this. This is very orange. And the Emperor, I mean, the color red is really, you know, attributed to the Emperor, as opposed to orange, I don't know. But again, it's a misprint, right? It's not like they wanted to do that on purpose. Then we have the Hierophant, same thing. I prefer this one for the like the brown and like the reddish as opposed to the orangey. The Lovers. Now I don't think I can choose between these two. I really love them both. Duality, right? The Chariot. Now I love them both, but again the turquoise kind of a feeling of this one. So lovely. Adjustment or Justice. I think I prefer this one here because I find it a little bit clearer. Okay, am I literally giving you my opinion on every card? I did not plan on doing this, but anyway, I think you get what I'm saying, right? Like this new edition is much clearer, much sharper, I'd say. But some people prefer this one. Again, I don't think I prefer like one of these, because this was my first deck. Well, not my first deck, it was my first Thoth deck, and this was my birthday gift. And as I mentioned in a video where I'm talking about getting the Greenie, I said that this deck, the Greenie, this particular copy has kinder energy than my other one. This one is very swordy. Lust or strength, but it's lust in here, in this particular deck. Then we have the Hanged Man. This is pretty similar, actually. Okay, I'm sorry because I'm filming this in the afternoon, but I'm hoping you can see it clearly now. The Death card is so gorgeous. Also pretty similar, I would say. A part of the green edges. Okay, the light was going crazy at me and now it's getting like dark. My apologies. Then we have the Art or the Temperance, the Sagittarius card, the Devil. I'm just trying to see how can I fix the light. So the Tower, gorgeous, but again this one is very orange in my opinion. The Star, which is the goddess Nuit that Aleister Crowley channeled in his Book of Law. The Moon, the Sun, the Aeon, which would be the Judgment in other tarot decks. And then we have the World. Now this one is really like, it gives you this feeling of like, it's really like profound, like deep, you know, as opposed to this one. I think I prefer this one from this deck. Okay. So these would be the majors, the major arcana, and now we are going to proceed to minor arcana. So let's start with the wands suit. Now I'm going to do the suits as Aleister Crowley ordered them. I mean, I put them in the order Aleister Crowley would put them in, if that makes sense. I know some people might be bothered because different tarot systems put the suits in different orders, but he likes this order, so let's roll with it. It's his deck after all. So, Ace of Wands, very same thing. This deck, very red, very like this bloody red, you know, I love it. And this is like kind of orangey. There is actually this difference between this and this, if you can spot it. There is number 1 written here in the 2023 edition, and there is no number on the vintage Greenie. This was something mind-blowing for me when I first saw it. I was like, wait a minute. Two of Wands. Now these are actually so different. Just let me fix the light real quick. So these are actually so different. Like, I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can pick it up. There we go. I mean, I know it's just the colors, but this is the card that I see the most difference in terms of both coloration and just like general appearance. I don't know, it's just like completely different cards to me. Wild. Then we have the Three of Wands, Virtue. I forgot to say, yeah, the other one was called Dominion. There is this keyword on both cards, so there is no difference there. Then there is Four of Wands, Completion. This one turned out very green, as opposed to this. It's like, they're both green, but this is like, yeah, no, I don't know what the shades of green are called. I wanted to try, but no, I think I'm gonna skip that one. Then Five of Wands, Strife. Again, red, orange. But the yellow in this background is like much richer than this one. which is strange because this one is generally more rich in color, but not in this case. Same thing happening here. I think the Greenie has got like more vibrant coloration in this card. Then we got the Seven of Wands, Valor. So lovely, I love them both. Eight of Wands, Swiftness. Nine, Strength. Now this blue is like much more beautiful, I believe, than this one. This one is more like, you know, like stormy. And I know that Nine of Wands is like usually about some sort of struggle, but I don't know. I prefer this one. Ten of Wands, Oppression. And then we go to court cards. So in Thoth deck we begin with the Knight of Wands, which is the king, actually, the King of Wands. Then we have the Queen. Then a Prince, which would be the Knight, actually, in the regular deck. And we finish the court with the Princess figure, which would be Page in other traditional tarot decks. Okay, so this was the suit of Wands, and we are going to continue with the suit of Cups. So let's look at the Ace of Cups. Two of Cups, Love. These are actually pretty similar, only that I think this one looks sharper, interestingly enough. Then we have Three of Cups, Abundance. Now this is like the sun is shining on it, and this is just like on the day when like a cloudy day. If you know what I mean. Okay, Four of Cups, Luxury. Now I don't know why, but I feel more watery in here, in the Greenie, in this particular card. Then we have the Five of Cups, just Disappointment. I think this is more dramatic, isn't it? Six of Cups, Pleasure. I've pulled this card so many times this year, you guys. And I'm not going to explain. So anyway, Seven of Cups, Debauch. Debauch, I never know how to pronounce this word, I am sorry. This is more dramatic now, isn't it? Then we have Eight of Cups, Indolence. This is more like, it's strange because both of these cards give me this stormy feeling, but this is like, there are different types of storm. I can't explain it properly, but just a feeling. Then Eight of Cups, Happiness. I don't know why, but with this card, with this edition, I feel like the cups are more like out of the card almost, but they are not. It's just this visual kind of a thing, so weird. And the Ten of Cups, Satiety. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, apologies. I love this red. I'm not gonna lie, I love this red, and I think that if you are still here watching this video, you probably all knew that I was gonna say that. Then we are getting into the court cards, so again starting with the Knight or the King. Now this is more sharp, but this one is more watery, would you agree? The Queen of Cups, same thing. Prince of Cups. Yeah, I think I feel the very same thing about the previous two court cards. And the Princess of Cups. Now this is a very special card for me. This was one of the first cards that this deck, the Greenie, actually gave me in a reading. and it's been pretty much its personality. I love it. Alright, moving on, we have the sword suit, so let's look at the Ace of Swords. This is like, you know, this sword at a very dark night, like the color over here on the top of the card is literally black. As opposed to here where we have this like a royal blue, is it called? I do not know, but I think this is what the shade is called. They're both pretty. I don't know which one I would prefer. If you're waiting for me to say that, I don't know. Two of Swords piece. I'm sorry. Now this looks a little bit more peaceful, doesn't it? This is too yellow, and I don't know. Then we have Three of Swords, Sorrow. Now they are both pretty striking, I'd say. Four of Swords, Truce. So beautiful. This deck is so beautiful. Yeah, by the way, fun fact, I did not like the artwork before, and now I love it. Five of Swords, Defeat. Six of Swords, Science. Now I think with Science I prefer this one. I think it's a little bit sharper and the blue is more, I don't know, scientific to me. Then we have the Seven of Swords, Futility. Now I couldn't decide. With this one I really couldn't decide. Eight of Swords, Interference, very important card for me this year. This one strikes me as a sharper one, right? Then Nine of Swords, Cruelty. I think this new edition looks more cruel because of the red. Or maybe not. Maybe this is more cruel. It looks like a rusty, like when the blood kind of goes, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to be speaking about that here. Anyway, Ten of Swords, Ruin. Again, I think the new edition has a more dramatic feeling to it because of the red, because of the shade of red. And then proceeding with the Court, we have the Knight. The Queen. Now I love this image. Like she's so unbothered with the head in her hand. Then there is the Prince. Now to be honest, every time I see this one, I for some reason think it's discs, the Pentacles suit, because of those shapes, like what the hell? But no, it's a Prince of Swords. And the Princess, also a very important card for me this year. So I know that was an unnecessary comment, you didn't need to know that, but there we go. Okay, and the last suit is the suit of Pentacles, or discs. It's called discs in this deck, in these decks. So Ace of Discs. Now this is more earthy, isn't it? It gives you this more earthy feeling because of that shade of green and brown. Anyway, Two of Discs. Three of Discs. Works. Four of Discs, Power. I don't really have much to say about the disc suit. Five of Discs, Worry. This is more stormy maybe? I don't know. Six of Discs, Success. Seven of Discs, Failure. These are both so pretty. It's actually so sad that one of the most beautiful cards, in my opinion, from the deck is called Failure. Even though Seven of Discs is it's not only about that, but Aleister Crowley thought differently. Eight of Discs, Prudence. Now these flowers look pink and these flowers look purple. Am I right? Nine of Discs, gain, lovely, 10 of discs, wealth, and let's go for the chords. Now I think I'm just going to move this away because I'm not sure if I can pick these up properly, so let's try. So here we have the Knight of Discs. Guys, I cannot tell you how many times have I pulled this card, not particularly from these decks, but this year has been all about Knight of Discs for me, or King of Discs, King of Pentacles, if you will. The beautiful Queen of Discs. Also, I just love how she's just so chill, you know. Then we have the Prince. I have to do this. The Prince of Discs. A lovely fellow. And lastly, we have the Princess of Discs. Now, I'm not so much fan of her, but yeah, we finished the deck with her. Okay, so leaving the Princess of Discs right here in the frame, I'm going to finish this video. Let me just say, I love Thoth decks so much. I love these both. If I had to choose, I probably couldn't, because again, this is my first baby Thoth deck, and this is my very lovely vintage, incredibly kind deck that was gifted to me for my birthday, and I've been loving reading with both of them. Now again, if you are new to Thoth, or if you have been thinking about studying the Thoth or getting a Thoth deck, but you have been hesitant or maybe afraid, I'm going to leave a video where I'm speaking about Thoth Tarot and Fear up here, so you can go ahead and check it out afterwards. But let me tell you just real quick here, do not be afraid of the Thoth deck. It is powerful, yes. It is full of knowledge and wisdom and layers, yes. It is very esoteric, yes. It is very complicated, yes. But it is not going to ruin your life. It is not going to bring, I don't know, bad energy into your house or nothing like that, okay? Yes, Aleister Crowley was a madman, I do agree. And I'm not so much a fan of him as a person. However, the deck is beautiful, it's very insightful, and it's really going to deepen your tarot practice if you are into tarot and if you're interested in Thoth. Obviously, you don't need to get it, but I assume if you're watching this video and if you came to this point, I believe that you are either the fan of Thoth deck or you are interested in the Thoth deck. Because otherwise, I don't know, you maybe just like my voice. I don't know. But anyway, speaking about that, if you have come this far in the video, please comment Princess of Discs down in the comment section, because I would be super happy to know that you have been actually watching this whole thing, and thank you so much, I appreciate you. Okay, I think I'm just gonna end rambling now and just leave it here and then probably go play with my decks, because I had to put them in order for me to make this video, and I really don't like having my tarot decks in order. It feels super weird. Yeah, so I really feel this urge to go and shuffle both of these lovely babies now. So if you want to hang out with me a little longer, I invite you to watch other videos available on my channel. Also consider subscribing if you haven't already. I would be super happy to have you here. More videos, tarot, oracle, spirituality, witchcraft related are coming, so stay tuned for that. And I think that will be it for me for today, so stay kind and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!